Hello, everyone. My name is Xavier Garza, and I am here to share a story with you guys today. I'm going to read the book Lucha Libre, The Man in the Silver Mask. Now, before I do the story, kids, there's something I always like to tell. Whenever I'm presenting, I like to tell children, students this message, and that is that all of you can write a book. You may say, well, if I want to write a book, but I'm a kid right now, what can I do to get ready? And what I tell these kids is to, number one, write. Write every day, because the more you write, the better you become. Number two is I tell kids to read. Read as many books as you can, because when you're reading, you're actually learning how to write. And the last thing is, if you have an idea for a story that you think is great, write it down so you won't forget it. So write a lot, read a lot, and save and work on your ideas. Now, this book is called Lucha Libre, and it's about a little boy that goes to see Lucha Libre with his dad for the first time and meets a very mysterious man in the silver mask. And it goes something like this. Máscaras, compren sus máscaras, yells the man at the concession stand. The man that is selling Lucha Libre mask, he is here with his father Papalupe to see Lucha Libre, Mexican wrestling, with his Uncle Vincent, who's late. He's not there yet. He goes, Papi, where's Uncle Vincent? Ay, mijo, you know how that uncle of yours is. He's always late. He's never on time. But don't you worry, mijo. Your uncle always shows up, eventually. Then Carlito knows that there's boys and girls walking around that are wearing Lucha Libre masks. Says, Papi, why are the kids wearing masks? His father says, mijo, they're wearing masks because they're pretending to be luchadores. Luchadores are people that nobody ever sees without their masks. They're more mysterious that way. The person you see at the store, they could be a masked luchador and you wouldn't even know it. Then his father asked Carlitos the question that every kid would love to hear. Mijo, do you want me to buy you a mask? Carlitos says, yes, yo quiero una máscara. I want a mask. But which one? There are so many different masks to pick from. Some look like wild animals, some look like funny fish, some have great big horns and scary looking teeth. Carlitos just can't seem to make up his mind. His father says, mijo, you better hurry up and pick one. Carlitos finally says, I want that one. And he points to a shiny silver mask at the center of the table. The vendor says, Señor, your boy has good taste. That is the mask that is worn by El Hombre de la Máscara Plateada, the man in the silver mask. They say he is the greatest luchador that has ever lived. Carlitos, proud of his choice, puts on his mask and does what every little kid would do. He strikes a wrestling pose. Now soon, Carlitos and his dad are sitting at ringside waiting for the show to start. And he remembered that his Uncle Vincent, he's still not here. He goes, Papi, ¿dónde está tío Vicente? Why isn't he here yet? Ay, mijo, don't you worry about your uncle. He'll show up eventually. Suddenly, the people start to boo. They start yelling, boo, fuera, no sirven. And Carlitos says, Papi, why are the people booing them? They're booing them because those are los rudos, he says. He points to three luchadores that are coming down to the ring. Luchadores that are wearing some pretty scary-looking masks. They are the bad guys of Lucha Libre, los rudos. They will poke the other wrestler in the eyes when the referee is not looking, and they break the rules, and they cheat to win. And they like to wear scary masks because they like to frighten the little children. Now, the first bad guy that comes down to the ring, he wears a green mask with fang teeth and wild hair that looks like snakes. He is so scary looking that Carlitos hides behind his father. He doesn't want the wrestler called El Cucuy to come anywhere near him. But as scary as the Cucuy is, the next luchador, he's even scarier. He wears a mask made from the skin of dead animal. And he swings a wooden club high in the air, threatening to hit people over their heads with it. He is the evil caveman. But then Carlitos realizes they have saved the worst for last. For making his way down to the ring wearing a great big black cape and a mask that looks like the head of a giant bat is El Vampiro, the vampire, a genuine living vampire that feeds on human blood. Or at least that's what the ring announcer says. So Carlitos is worried because these are three mean, scary looking, tough bad guys. But suddenly, the people start to cheer. And Carlitos says, Papi, why is everybody so happy? Why is everybody cheering now? They're cheering because, mijo, look, mijo, the técnicos are next. The técnicos, you see, are the good guys of Lucha Libre. They don't cheat to win. They win because they're very strong and they're great, incredible wrestling skills. They always get cheered because they are the good guys of La Lucha Libre. Now, the first good guy that comes down to the ring, he wears a mask with two great big horns, and he is running to the ring because he is called El Toro Grande, the big bull. And the bull's not going to walk. A bull's going to charge to the ring. But then the second luchador comes down to the ring. And Carlitos can't help notice that he's wearing a cape that looks like it's made out of feathers, like their wings, and a mask with a great big beak. And he asks his father, Papi, why is that man dressed like a big bird? His father says, he is not a bird, mijo, that is el gallo enmascarado, the masked rooster. He may not be as tall as the other luchadores, but he is brave and as strong as any luchador out there. Then the last luchador starts coming down to the ring. And Carlitos can help to notice that he's wearing the same mask that his father bought for him. He goes, Papi, why is he wearing my mask? Actually, mijo, you're wearing his mask. That is the man in the silver mask. They say he is the greatest luchador that has ever lived. Now, if the man in the silver mask is making his way down to the ring, something incredible happens. He stops and he stares right at Carlitos. Carlitos says, Papi, why is he staring at me? I don't know, mijo, maybe he knows you. But how could he know me? I don't know, mijo, remember. Nobody knows who the man in the silver mask really, truly is. Then the man in the silver mask enters the ring, and the bad guys, who after all are bad guys, and they're not going to follow the rules, they jump the good guys from behind before the bell has even rung. And the bad guys are winning. No fair, yells Carlitos. They're cheating. They're breaking the rules. And the bad guys are winning, but then the good guys start fighting back. And he goes back and forth with the good guys winning, then the bad, then the good. Carlitos gets on top of his father's shoulders to get a better view. He watches as El Cucuy is being chased around the ring by the masked rooster. He watches as the evil caveman engages in a test of strength with El Toro Grande to see who is truly the stronger of the two big men. And then he remembered that his Tío Vicente, his Uncle Vincent, is still not here. He goes, Tío Vicente, where are you? You're missing everything. Now, as soon as he says that, the man in the silver mask, he jumps, leaping to the top turnbuckle. Then he leaps, flying halfway across the ring like a great big and mighty eagle. And he lands on top of El Vampiro. And he pins the Vampiro for the 1, the 2, and the 3. And just like that, the good guys have won. Everybody's cheering. Everybody's happy. Except Vampiro. Vampiro's mad because he's the one that got pinned. And soon, the luchadores leave the ring. And the people get up and start to leave too, because the show is over. And it's time to go home. And Carlitos says, poor Tío Vicente. He missed the whole thing. He never showed up. But waiting for them outside is Tío Vicente. He goes, Tío, where were you? You missed the whole show. Ay, mijo, traffic was terrible. I couldn't get here on time. And then when I got here, they told me it was sold out, so I couldn't get in because I had not bought my tickets early. But I saw him. I saw the man in the silver mask as he was leaving, and I got him to autograph this. And he shows me a wrestling figurine that looks just like the man in the silver mask that has an autograph on it. And it's for you, he tells me. And Carlitos is like, I must be the luckiest kid in the whole wide world. And I asked Tío, why he is carrying a duffel bag under his arm, the kind you use when you go to the gym. And he says because he's planning to go and work out later today. Now, as they're driving home, Carlitos is going on and on about how great the man in the silver mask was. He could have beaten all those bad guys by himself, Tío. He is that good. But then Carlitos notices something. That every time he says how great the man in the silver mask was, his uncle smiles. His smile getting bigger and bigger. They notice that his father and his uncle both smile and wink at one another, as if they both knew a secret about the man in the silver mask, a secret that Carlitos was not supposed to know. And that's Lucha Libre, the man in the silver mask. So remember, guys, kids, boys and girls, if you want to write a book one day, read a lot. Read as much as you can. Read as many books as you can. Big books, little books, comic books, magazines. Read, read, read. Also write. Write as much as you can. Because writing is like a muscle. The more you do it, the stronger it becomes. And if you have an idea for a story, you write it down so you won't forget it. A lot of truly great ideas are lost every day because people don't write them down. Write down your idea, and once you have it down on paper, work on it to make it better and better and better. And one day, you will be writing your own books. All right, guys, it was great talking to you. My name is Xavier Garza, and I hope you all have a really, truly great, wonderful day. Bye-bye. Adios.